Is Santa real? It's a timeless question that piques the interest of both children and adults, and it's woven into the very fabric of holiday pleasure. Santa Claus is more than simply a story. He is a beacon of magic, optimism, and the joy of giving that reaches across generations. Today we'll look at some very unforgettable incidents in which Santa Claus appeared to cross the barrier between imagination and reality. From blurry security camera footage recording short glimpses to uplifting smartphone films shared with wide-eyed delight, these sightings pique our interest and challenge what we think we know. So grab a nice blanket and a platter of cookies, Santa's favorite, of course, and allow me to take you on a journey through these magical photos of the man in red, Santa Claus himself. Santa's sky-high surprise, a frosty flight adventure. Let's begin with a remarkable story from well above the Arctic Circle. Consider this scenario: a regular commercial aircraft from Canada to China, sailing through chilly skies when something unexpected arises on the horizon. The flight crew, accustomed to the typical routines of aviation, notices an anomaly. Might it be Santa's sleigh? The scenario takes place against the pristine snowy background of the North Pole, leaving the crew in disbelief. Even air traffic control, seasoned with festive season sightings, receives the report but is unsure of the nature of this flying extravaganza. Is it a bird, a plane, or perhaps the famous Santa himself? Some crew members speculate about a classified military jet scenario. However, radar data shows no registered aircraft close at that time, adding to the mystery. It's almost as if Santa and his reindeer magically vanished from radar sensors. But wait, there's more to the holiday story. The footage obtained during this Arctic trip offers a rare peek into Santa's world, perhaps as he prepares for a night of gift-giving or returns home after spreading joy over the world. This clip is a treasured holiday gem because it provides a one-of-a-kind glimpse into the life of the North Pole's favorite resident. So buckle your seatbelts for an adventure beyond the usual flight route. Because on Christmas Eve, over the North Pole, you might catch a stunning glimpse of Santa Claus himself floating over the Arctic air. Santa's surprise sack, a magical Christmas tale for teen skeptics. On a frigid Christmas Eve, Santa Claus set out on his annual mission to bring joy to children all around the world. As he did his rounds, he unexpectedly decided to stop by a residence where two teens lived. Despite their disbelief about Santa's existence, he enjoyed surprising them. He slipped quietly into their living room and carefully positioned gifts beneath the dazzling Christmas tree. Little did Santa realize that the teenagers had put up a camera to capture any traces of the magical visitation. From their chamber, the teenagers watched in astonishment as Santa Claus, completely oblivious of his audience, performed his beautiful Christmas magic. As he was about to say goodbye, a strange sensation tingled through Santa's senses. Looking around, he noticed the hidden camera and quickly retreated into the frigid night, leaving only his forgotten sack of goodies. The teenagers, taken aback by the sudden turn of events, dashed to investigate the sack laying near the fireplace. To their surprise, it was filled with a variety of presents, but just as they were going to touch the sack to check it, it inexplicably disappeared. Could it be that Santa, in a moment of clarity, returned his sack of goodies, realizing his error? Or was it a light-hearted display of his fabled magical abilities? Regardless, the unexpected magic transformed the teens' cynicism into wide-eyed astonishment, making that Christmas Eve a story they'd excitedly tell for years to come. Texas snowstorm surprise. In the Lone Star State of Texas, a man called Stephen was driving back from holiday shopping when he decided to take a photo of the gloomy skies. He had no idea what he was about to witness, something straight out of a Christmas story. As Stephen fixed his lens on the stormy heavens, he noticed something that made his jaw drop faster than a snowflake, a flash of red and white flashing over the clouds. There, indisputably, was Santa Claus himself, zipping across the sky in his sleigh, propelled by reindeer that seemed to defy the rules of physics, racing like streaks of Christmas magic. Despite the stormy backdrop and short moment, Stephen managed to take enough footage to end any dispute about Santa's presence. This was more than just a sighting, it was a positive proof. Stephen's once-in-a-lifetime event transformed him into a true believer. Who could blame him? Seeing Santa fly by in person is enough to make anyone believe in the magic of Christmas all over again. So when Stephen uploaded his fantastic footage, it spread like wildfire, igniting delight and excitement in youngsters everywhere. As for Stephen, this experience has not only convinced him but also motivated him to be on his best behavior this year. After all, seeing Santa in action makes you believe that being kind is the only way to keep the fantasy alive. A sunny skiing surprised Santa's daylight dash over the train tunnel. Imagine an ideal winter's day with the sun beaming down on snow-covered hills and a busy train full of excited skiers. Add a story twist that is so unexpected that it could rival any Christmas movie plot right now. What happened was that an ordinary guy, equipped just with a camera and an enthusiasm for life, happened to be on that train and managed to record the thrill of other travelers as they dashed through an amazing scenery. However, the commonplace quickly gave way to the exceptional as the train entered a tunnel. Santa's sleigh, a sight normally reserved for moonlit nights and whispered dreams, suddenly sped into view against the backdrop of the tunnel's darkness. That's right, Santa, his sleigh, and all the magic they bring are flying just above the rushing train. It was similar to seeing a shooting star, but with a festive twist. Now imagine yourself in the position of the person who is recording. Could you image the shock? Is Santa really like that? Is something like this taking place? The tunnel was a thrilling addition that increased the tension as the train came out into the open again and the sleigh vanished as magically as it had appeared. Fortunately, our brave cameraman didn't stop filming, making sure that the world would see this once-in-a-lifetime photo opportunity with Santa Claus. This was a stunning, impromptu turn during an everyday ski trip, not a planned expedition or staged scene. The question that still has to be answered is if this surprising daylight visit was actually made by Santa Claus, or if it was just some extraterrestrial festive spirit tricking us. Santa's daylight dash spreading sunshine and surprises across the sky. We see an amazing and memorable daytime sighting that defies the typical nocturnal assumptions, caught clearly on camera. With a bright blue sky as its background, Santa's recognizable sleigh glides in the air, pulled by his devoted reindeer and filled to the brim with presents. Unlike most sightings that take place in the dark, this one provides unmistakable evidence of Santa's presence as well as precise details. Not only is this sighting exceptionally clear, but the audacious circumstances surrounding it also make it stand out. In my opinion, Santa may have forgotten to bring gifts to a certain young girl because he was so exhausted after delivering them to all the kids during the night. But have no fear, my friends, no unhappy child is left behind by Santa. Without thinking, he set out on an extraordinary adventure throughout the day while the sun was still blazing. I adore Santa's unwavering dedication to bringing happiness despite the dangers associated with being noticed. I think this film conveys the spirit of Santa's mission, his unwavering love, generosity, and devotion for children everywhere better than just Santa's sleigh in the sunshine. Stardust Trail's Two Boys capture Santa's Christmas Eve magic. A touching Christmas Eve story of two boys who happened upon an amazing sight that would become the talk of their community takes place by a lake. While playing in the bitter cold of winter, they notice something spectacular from above Santa Claus and his reindeer galloping over the starry night sky. The trail, which shimmered with a celestial radiance evocative of stardust, was what made this encounter unique. It imparted a sense of awe to an already spectacular event, with some supposing it was a remnant of the magical fuel that drove Santa's sleigh. The boys' quick reflexes and sharp eyesight allowed them to record this amazing scene on camera, immortalizing the momentous view of Santa's yearly journey. Even though the sleigh eventually disappeared into the distance, their film is still an impressive example of Santa Claus's existence and his fabled adventures on Christmas Eve. Santa's doorbell dash, a magical Christmas surprise. A neighborhood home is treated to a surprise visit from Santa and Rudolph via a doorbell camera. Santa, who is not accustomed with modern technology, is captured on camera approaching the front door with a bag of treats, despite their best efforts to keep it low-key. Poof, right as he steps inside. In an instant, he vanishes from view, confusing the doorbell camera. Santa then reappears in the living room on the inside camera, appearing to teleport from the outside in a very short amount of time. There he deftly places presents beneath the glimmering Christmas tree. Rudolph, meantime, waits outside for his red-clad companion with patience. As always, the most charming solution to a Christmas mystery leaves us all wondering just how Santa manages to carry off his amazing feats year after year. Santa's surfboard surprise, a magical Christmas caper caught on camera. In this one-of-a-kind holiday video, we embark on an out-of-the-ordinary Christmas adventure. What sets this footage apart? For starters, it has its own soundtrack, the slow rush of wind through the chimney, which sets the tone for something absolutely magical. Consider this a nice living room filled with the warmth of a festive tree and a roaring fireplace, the perfect Christmas Eve scene. But wait, there's more. Listen attentively and you'll hear a hint of Christmas enchantment, like if the air itself is alive with anticipation. The fire suddenly dims, and a stream of light shoots across the screen. Who else could it be than the man in red, deftly descending the chimney like a seasoned ninja? Santa Claus himself enters the area, showering it with holiday pleasure. With skillful movements, he unloads a bounty of goodies from his bottomless sack, including a surprise addition of full-size surfboard, bringing an unexpected twist to the evening's events. The camera captures it all, from Santa's quiet arrival to his meticulous present arrangement beneath the sparkling tree. Santa departs as quickly as he arrived, going up the chimney into the starlit night. The family, unwitting spectators to this clandestine operation, now has not only presents but also a story of Christmas wonder to treasure. It's a story that combines holiday magic with surprising twists, presenting Santa as both a master of disguise and a bringer of joy. Who would have believed a basic security camera could record such a magnificent event and preserve it for future generations? So here's to unexpected surfboards and jolly old Santas who elevate the ordinary. Santa's surprise teleporting magic and a hidden elf on the shelf. Santa makes a stunning arrival straight into a warm home next to a dazzling Christmas tree in the upcoming film, but his renowned teleportation abilities steal the show. In the video, Santa does a magic act. With his bag of goodies in tow, Santa appears to jump from one place to another in a second, as you can clearly see in the video. Santa notices a strange sight on the Christmas tree as he accomplishes his task with his usual efficiency. So he stops what he is doing and walks to the Christmas tree for a close inspection. He discovers an elf concealed deep amid the branches of the shelf. The look on Santa's face is precious. His expression changes to one of surprise and happiness as he picks up the elf from the tree and puts it in his pocket as a cute little memento. This surprising finding gives the tale a charming new angle by showing how even Santa himself can be charmed by the kind gestures that families unintentionally pack for him. Sky-high surprise Santa's sleigh encounter above the clouds. Here's another tale about an airplane for you. Within the narrow space of an airline cabin, where each seat appeared to have its own holiday travel narrative, a scenario developed that would astonish and provoke discussion among travelers. A worried passenger and a flight attendant were having a heated conversation over the sound of the engines. The reason for worry: an enigmatic, massive airplane that seemed to be dangerously near their own. The flight attendant made an effort to soothe passengers and ease fears, but there was a noticeable sense of interest in the air. Seen as a chance for clarification, the cynical traveler proposed asking the pilot to explain the strange nearness of this unidentifiable aircraft. The moment of truth arrived in dramatic fashion as tensions reached their pinnacle and anticipation filled the cabin. That large plane that was supposed to be coming into view turned out to be none other than Santa's sleigh, not some futuristic military prototype or secret government spy device. Beneath the airplane, it glided like a celestial chariot, radiating a joyous aura against the limitless sky. What had at first raised concerns of an accident in midair changed to a moment of pure holiday magic. The passengers saw a sight that defied logic and went from being scared to enthralled. Was it a sighting of a UFO, a secret mission, or the real marvel of Santa taking off on an unplanned test flight with his sleigh? This incredible experience, which was captured on camera, must have made everyone believe in the wonder of Christmas again. Twilight magic Santa's sleigh and reindeer in spectacular flight. This next holiday extravaganza features Santa arriving on stage accompanied by all 8 of his devoted reindeer, his famed sleigh, and a massive sack full of gifts as he soars through the dusk sky. The clear outline of Santa's sleigh against the calm background of the blue twilight creates a striking impression of holiday enchantment in action. This footage, which shows the slow pace of the sleigh and the beautiful flight of the reindeer, gives a closer, more intentional picture of Santa's midnight journey than previous sightings that might have given rise to doubts. While it's simple to write off reports of Santa sightings as sophisticated hoaxes or light-hearted fabrications, this film provides a more convincing look. The movement of the sleigh and the presence of all 8 reindeer communicate a realism that goes beyond simple copy. After watching this video, I think all those dull skeptics who continue to deny the existence of Santa would want to reconsider, as there is no more convincing evidence of his existence than this. Santa caught on camera with Rudolph. See Santa Claus's surprise visit captured on a homeowner's security camera in the upcoming video. The real wonder and enchantment this recording portrays is what makes it very exceptional. Santa comes through the doorway by himself, but Rudolph the reindeer, his faithful buddy, follows him shortly after. The spectacle is made much more magical by Rudolph's presence. Santa and Rudolph are in the cozy living area, where they seem to be taking in the holiday cheer. They distribute their gifts quickly, successfully, and cheerfully completing their festive objective. Santa disappears up the chimney, leaving behind a swirling cloud of smoke and a brief flicker of fire that adds to the mystery of his departure. His departure is every bit as spectacular as his entrance. Even though Santa delivers gifts in a timeless manner, he doesn't seem to be aware that his every step is being recorded by contemporary surveillance technology. From Santa's entrance until his exit through the chimney, every second of his visit is painstakingly captured on camera by the security system. This video is a fun addition to the holiday season, since kids will love finding evidence of Santa's visit and Rudolph's presence in their home when morning comes. Brothers' Christmas Miracle, capturing Santa's visit in a time of need. In this heartwarming Christmas story, two brothers take care of their sick father on Christmas Eve and witness a Christmas miracle. They are caring for their father indoors when they hear an odd disturbance on the roof. While the other brother stays inside consoling their father, one brother goes outside to investigate. As the tension grows, Santa Claus himself unexpectedly shows up with gifts. This magical moment is caught on tape by the brother inside, who shares it online to much amazement and bewilderment. The director of the video, Jerry Matthews, comes out to reassure viewers that no gimmicks or digital wizardry were used in the production, despite doubts about its veracity. He is adamant that their family received a visit from the real Santa Claus, whose unannounced coming gave them hope at a difficult period. Was it a staged affair or a real example of Christmas magic? In the end, the response could vary depending on your desire to fully appreciate the beauty of the season. Despite skepticism, the movie captures the spirit of Christmas, which is a season of kindness and hope where even the most unlikely events can have deep significance. Santa's starlit sleigh, a magical Christmas Eve encounter. The following video clip showed Santa Claus flying on his sleigh, which at first glance looked like a far-off star in the night sky. At first, the person behind the camera thought the brilliant object was a star, but after a while they saw it was getting bigger and brighter and seemed to be getting closer. Captivated by the remarkable spectacle, they started to record, catching the sleigh become increasingly clear and brilliant against the pitch-black background. The evidence that this heavenly event was, in fact, Santa Claus making his Christmas Eve voyage became increasingly clear as the video continued. Knowing they were seeing a moment of holiday magic firsthand created an additional degree of joy. The fact that the camera was able to catch brief glimpses of Santa's sleigh in spite of the difficult lighting confirms that Santa is, in fact, the main character of Christmas. This is what Christmas is all about. It illustrates how even the most mundane object in the sky can become something remarkable, igniting people's imaginations and enhancing the allure of the holidays for both kids and adults. A YouTuber's magical Christmas encounter with Santa. Santa's demand for privacy and a YouTuber's inquisitive search for content clashed on a whimsical Christmas Eve journey. By pure happenstance, the daring videographer happened upon Santa Claus himself, merrily carrying out his fabled gift-giving ritual in the warm glow of their living room. The YouTuber was startled, but he quickly hit record, causing Santa to dash out of sight in a flash of red and mystery. When the dust fell, the room showed off Santa's kind legacy, a mountain of gifts he left behind that transformed the holiday into a magical experience for one fortunate YouTuber. This magical experience confirmed Santa's existence and suggested that he may have a strange way of making disappearing deeds, according to the YouTuber. The YouTuber pondered the whimsical riddles of the season while the otherwise calm night became vibrant with wonder, and the echoes of Santa's visit reverberated throughout the household. Who wouldn't be amazed by the enchantment of an unexpected Santa appearance that turns an ordinary night into a memorable Christmas story? Chasing Santa, a magical Christmas Eve adventure. A small boy's wish came true one lovely night when his father softly woke him up from sleep with the exciting news that Santa Claus had paid them a surprise visit. This charming and unforgettable Christmas story was caught on camera. The child lost no time in leaping outside, eyes wide with surprise and heart pounding with excitement, hoping against hope to catch a glimpse of the cherished figure before he disappeared into the velvet night sky. It turned out that Santa Claus himself was sitting on their roof, softly making his way out and vanishing into the darkness with a coat swish and a twinkle in his eye. Awestruck, the kid stared as Santa's silhouette was revealed against the starry sky, leaving him with a memory that would last a lifetime. However, the magic didn't stop there. He and his father dashed back inside, where they were met with an amazing sight: sparks shooting out of the chimney, flames dancing and flickering in a mesmerizing show of warmth and enchantment. The child was spellbound by what he saw and was in disbelief when, among the falling embers, he noticed something remarkable: initials carefully etched into the ash next to the fireplace, spelling out the name that everyone knows and loves: Santa. It served as a heartfelt reminder that Santa Claus had left behind a material memento of his visit, a happy and kind token that the youngster who had so excitedly awaited a sight of the Christmas legend would always treasure. Santa's festive feast: magic, cookies, and gifts galore. In this video, Santa Claus breaks away from his customary quiet demeanor to provide some holiday cheer. He comes into the room, his sack bursting with gifts, and stops in front of the Christmas tree, glowing in the festive light. A pleasant aroma of freshly baked cookies and a frothy glass of milk that has been thoughtfully set out for Santa wafts into the air. Exhausted from his night of giving gifts to everyone, he indulges with obvious delight. I mean, isn't Santa renowned for his love of these confections? After enjoying the refreshments, Santa chooses to utilize his magical abilities to quickly unpack the remaining gifts from his magical sack. Perhaps feeling the weight of a night spent spreading joy around the world and feeling content from a full tummy, he makes this decision. The presents magically materialize and are carefully placed beneath the tree's sparkling lights in a display of Christmas charm. But the enchantment doesn't end there. Santa stops to evaluate his job, making sure that every stocking is full and every present is placed precisely. He looks around the room one last time, a satisfied smile on his face and a glint in his eye, as if he's soaking up all the warmth and joy that the holidays provide. Then, as swiftly as he appeared, Santa disappears in a shower of sparkling sparks and is replaced by a gentle whoosh, leaving a room that has been altered by his presence. You never know when you could get a glimpse of Santa's festive mischief in action, so keep your eyes open and your cameras ready as you cuddle up by the fire with a cup of hot chocolate. Santa's lunar sleigh ride. A camera caught an unexpected sight as everyone got excited for the night's festivities. Santa Claus flying through space on an interplanetary sleigh ride, lit up by the moon. Imagine the moonlight sky behind Santa's sleigh as it zipped by, casting a trail brighter than any shooting star. It gets even more cosmic, though. A fortunate traveler in an aircraft cruising above Ireland managed to catch a glimpse of this magical moonlight from above, so play the Irish Christmas Eve film for them the next time someone questions Santa's lunar journey. This lunar journey gives the myth of the man in red a thrilling new dimension beyond a simple sleigh ride. Santa making presents by magic. In our most recent video, a father-daughter pair's home security camera caught an amazing sight. In a moment of pure Christmas magic, Santa Claus materialized presents in front of them. It seems that the elves had unintentionally forgotten about the residents, leaving Santa to perform his magic right away. Santa created lovely wrapped presents out of green sparks that whirled around the Christmas tree with skillful motions and a hint of his mystical touch. This charming scene where Santa makes an unexpected entrance in the living room and inspires excitement and wonder is captured on film. The father is startled but amazed as he calls out to Santa, who leaves a few carrots behind, possibly for his reindeer that are waiting outside, and dashes out the door with his signature quickness. One thing becomes evident as we sort through the grainy film, the fuzzy photos, and the touching tales. Santa Claus is a mystery that we can't fully solve. He never ceases to amaze us, whether he's seen in a chilly backyard or captured on video in a shopping center. He walks the fine line between believing and disbelief. Perhaps the faint tinkling of bells or the glittering lights of Christmas trees sustain our hope, or maybe it's just our common need for a little enchantment in an otherwise all too mundane world. Whatever it is, the fleeting moments Santa spends with us spark our imaginations and serve as a reminder that marvel exists. So on Christmas Eve, as you are about to turn in for the night, listen for the distant ringing of sleigh bells and look up for a flash of red against the moon. Is it really an optical illusion, or can it be Santa himself? Those who hold magic dear have the answer within of them. I'll leave you with this, my friend: always have your camera ready, stay curious, and maintain a positive attitude. Ultimately, one can never predict when Santa Claus will bring a little enchantment back into our life. Comment down which was your favorite clip. If you liked our video, like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.